All right, folks, this is question number 2. This one came with a long passage in front of it. I did not write it all down, but in the early 1950s, a young researcher named Rosalind Franklin used X-ray diffraction imaging to produce a photograph of the DNA molecule. Two other researchers, Watson and Crick, used this information to develop a three-dimensional molecule of the DNA. Their molecule of DNA was rapidly accepted by the scientific community following the publication of their results. To a great extent, their acceptance of their model of DNA was based on what? In this case, we're going to once again apply test-taking strategies. Let's just start from the top. Option A says its ability to explain the mechanism of DNA replication and its integration with existing evidence. Well, we know they worked off of Rosalind's information from the past. This one seems like it could be a good answer. I don't have any reason to throw it out. Let's keep going and let's see what we can learn. B says the use of the state-of-the-art technology. Even though they did this in the 50s and that was a state-of-the-art technology, that is not necessarily a requirement to have good models from your scientific method. There are lots of very simple experiments done with simple machines that don't need state-of-the-art technology. So this is not the best answer. Choice C, in its ability to explain the role of enzymes in the DNA transcription and the quality of the work published prior. Option C, well, there's a couple things that should be a red flag with this. They're talking about the ability of the enzymes in the DNA replication process. Well, first of all, the central dogma of biology says that DNA is turned to RNA and RNA is used to make proteins, and some proteins can form as enzymes. They're clearly talking about the intricate details of the process. They were not able to discern this much detail from just the pictures. They don't know about the enzymes established with it. So C is not a good choice either. Once again, we're down to A and D. Hopefully you can always get down to 2 50-50. D says the use of the data on the DNA molecule that was collected before their research. So this seems like it could be a decent answer. We know that Watson and Crick expanded on the research from Franklin. But between A and D, A is definitely the better of the two answers. Often you're not always down to one clear answer, but in this case, between A and D, A has more detail, and the answer is clearly A in this choice, that their model was accepted based off of its ability to explain this, and the important part is integrate it with the previous work of Rosalind Franklin. So that was number 2.